Recently, I was reading an article on the Foreign Policy magazine website where the writer emphatically stated that it wasn't a matter of if, but when a Palestinian state would be created. He spoke as if it had already happened. Of course, I would not consider this to be a pro-Israeli magazine. The Palestinians have decided that they will not continue with peace talks and have suspended them with the option of returning to the table in a few days pending an agreement with Israeli negotiators. It's no secret that the Palestinians are demanding that Israel discontinue building in all settlement areas in the West Bank. Israel must halt settlement building on occupied land if peace talks are to resume, a senior Palestinian Liberation official said on Saturday after a meeting of the body's executive committee. The leadership confirmed that the resumption of talks requires tangible steps, the first of them a freeze on settlements, Yasser Abed Rabbo said at a meeting in Ramallah. Chief Palestinian negotiator Saeb Erekat said following a meeting between U.S. envoy George Mitchell and Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas that the Palestinians expect Israel to choose the path of peace rather than the path of settlements. These are two parallels which cannot meet, he explained. Palestinian Authority officials estimated Friday that the Palestinian Liberation Organization's executive committee would approve a return to direct negotiations with Israel as long as the parties reached a formula to continue the settlement construction freeze. According to the sources, Mitchell told the Palestinians that the Israelis were willing to halt construction in isolated settlements in exchange for accepted construction in the. One thing that should be remembered, Israel froze all settlement building for 10 months, and for the first 9 months the Palestinians would not enter into direct talks with Israel. In my opinion, this is an orchestrated move to place Israel in an international bad light. Leaders from all over the world are calling for Israel to continue with the building freeze, but yet refuse to chastise the Palestinians for wasting 9 months. Several scenarios could come into play in the next few weeks. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu could continue to stave off pressure from both the U.S. and EU and refuse to return to direct talks. This would be a political blow to U.S. President Barack Obama and could cause him to abandon the Middle East peace process altogether. Frankly, his involvement in the peace process is widely viewed as a political move to place him in a favorable light back in the U.S. If this were to happen, it would open up the door for another world leader, such as the European Union, to step in and take over the peace process. The second scenario would be for Israel to agree to a modified settlement freeze as outlined above. I look for the second scenario to be the immediate quick fix until the next catastrophe arrives. This is Terry Malone with the Calvary Prophecy Report.